coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. The children will grow. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that?
Charles? I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Just like that. 47. Situation, let's go. Check Mike 57. Mike 57. Yeah.
From the 27, Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Elliott, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Kill. 47.
From the 24, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
He's going to find Gallup here complete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game.
Here we go! 60 Pittsburgh!
First down, Greer. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. At the 20-yard line. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55.
On 2nd down, here's Greer. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back to throw, Greer. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Sue. Yep. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on, the ball. Mike, 50. Go.
Now a first down throw, Greer. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
60 or. Mike 55. Mike 55. Now.
On first down, it's Greer. Caught right side, Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as your
Why would
defensive,
y'all
as a
do
defensive
that? Why would
coordinator.
y'all do that?
Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
On 2nd and 10, Greer. And that's going to be incomplete.
I don't have to throw high throw no more, but I am so fucking fucked up over life
of
having to.
3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range.
Yeah.
So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Please grab it.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. That's complete to Meredith.
I am still doing it. It's like, bro, relax. You're good. You're good.
To throw the ball, you must have a lot
the
of
last time I did this,
you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Down. 8 read. 54 Mike. Here we go, D. Hey, orbit. Go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Mike.
Greer on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
The Cowboys take over first down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:50.
Why is this not right?
Eastern on Monday night.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Count! 47! We're going to 54. Why? Under. 57. Watch the screen. Pass. 57 to Mike. 57.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one good for 26 and a first down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out,
Oh, I should have picked it. I didn't think I was going to get that close.
On 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call
right,
spot on,
fuck it up.
how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by Marr is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason.
So
He's from
bad.
Nebraska via the Canadian Football League, where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Jesus Christ. What'd he send him?
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
That's
and
what's
that last
up.
drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great
You sound scared.
attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own...
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To try again after the sack. Greer, that's caught by Meredith, right side. Give them 14 on that one, and a first down.
That's good for a Washington Redskins.
This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On 1st and 10, Greer. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On first down, Greer. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football.
Yeah, here getting sledded around like he ain't a monster.
Just better defense, I think you're right. Back to the air. Greer on second down. Looking long for his tight end.
Man, y'all can't keep making me drop these shits,
incomplete.
bruh. That's an easy fucking catch, bruh.
They couldn't hook up on the long one.
Y'all making these dumbass animations so he can play defense.
Here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down.
God
now you
damn,
gotta worry a little
bruh,
bit
that's
about the
easy
clock
as fuck.
because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what?
I
You're likely
can't
going to have
stand that
to.
shit, man.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Five.
To the air again, Greer. And that'll be incomplete.
Hey, yeah, man. Yeah, he got to hit stick off short, man.
But
Why
it
not?
comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
They
Why
went with a
not?
dime look on defense.
What else y'all
2
wanna
extra
do?
defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Swear this game be killing me for making good-ass reads, bruh.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't
It's like this
dissuaded
shit's
them. They're going
frowned
to go
upon,
for it
bro.
on 4th.
Bruh, that read, it was too fire, bruh. We can't let you.
Mike 55. Hey, eat. Ready? Now.
They snap it to Greer. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
Here we go, 46. Switch it, hey.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It wasn't us. Yeah.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held him to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
Why he jumping? Why he jumping?
When you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Greer sets to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Great play.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
Still waiting to see that happen. Where you knock the ball up 20 fucking feet.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it. And potentially...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
I don't even be mad at the niggas. I'll just be mad and mad. I really don't even...
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And the
Zeke don't want to drop it?
Can he make
because I'm dropping everything.
Can he get it to someone that we're going to trust to take care of the
Zeke
ball?
got strong hands.
If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Nah.
Here's Prescott. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. A gain there of 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
First down, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
To throw is Prescott. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. Elliott a first down.
Oh, my God, my unit.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys have once again taken the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up second.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Cameron Meredith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Man, he ain't not juked somebody. You know what I'm saying?
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. And okay, so much for our halftime break.
I knew when me and him was one-on-one, I was dead. I was like, just me and you.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense
everything
can
from
make
your
the
stick work
adjustments
showed
as we
me.
get back underway in the second half.
No, I don't want this.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line. Topper. Hit it.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson.
Knew I was going to catch him off guard.
Left side. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Who would be ready?
Chris Thompson, 79 yards. Yeah. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Who would be ready?
No problem there on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I juked somebody.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Oh, man. Come on, guys. This has not been a good.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
27.
From the 29, Prescott out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Oh, no.
It's funny, throughout
I
the
don't even
time
know what
that
you're
we've
talking
been
about.
together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah,
I
they
ain't
do.
here.
That's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles,
Yeah,
and
where
that's
I
what
go to
they're used
find
to
that.
doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning
That
of
in
the
the-
play.
that in the
One-on-one
skill
matchup with
training.
someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Gun. 57 Mike. 57 Mike.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game.
Let's go.
And, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his
Nigga
career.
Landon Collins
Saying
smoked
that's
the
going
block.
into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
On first down, it's Thompson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on second down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Redskins on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Greer to throw on 3rd-and-1. And he finds McLaurin. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Again, a run with Thompson. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year. There on the stop. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They can't hang with us. 550 Bravo. 55. Hey, check Mike. Watch it, 5. Mike 55. Hey, now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I was like, I knew he was in a cover
How about
2
this
too.
one
Like,
now? In their
this
own
nigga tricking me.
territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Go. 52.
They're going to go. It's Greer.
No way!
And
No
this is
way, y'all!
incomplete.
No way!
So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over.
He didn't hit nothing, man.
Position.
No way, bruh.
I'm gonna run you over. Watch out. We're going to 54. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it
God,
inside
y'all
the
so
10 to
dirty,
the
bruh.
7.
He didn't
A
do
good
nothing.
pickup there, 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Slam. So we're going to 53. Under.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott.
Y'all trying
to work his way forward,
I see
but it
y'all.
looks like he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is
Oh my God, y'all let him do it. Y'all did it. Niggas don't have to earn shit.
Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Nigga broke 3 tackles to get here, bro.
Go, get out there.
Prescott from the gun.
That's a good play.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets him back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
I don't know why it be shocking me.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone
I
for
beat him
touchback.
on the out route, and the computer go low on a possession catch. So they basically make me stand up to get hit.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might
I'm
be
like,
the
good
best
play,
of the
bro.
bunch.
Hey, Haywood.
Wish I was that nice.
Go. You got nothing there.
On 1st down, it's Greer. Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down
Want
to
y'all stand me
avoid
up
the
so I can
tackle.
get hit.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Greer. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll have it past
He
midfield
was
almost to the 40
retarded,
before
and
being
maybe
taken
making me
down.
drop shit.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. This quarterback now,
I ain't trying to be
5
that
straight
dude,
completions
man.
here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
It's obvious my passing tough, bro.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Let's pick it up.
1st down, Greer. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Now a 1st down throw, Greer to Thompson
Good
on the
play.
screen.
Good play.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Good play.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Go. Hey, wahoo.
Again, Greer. Hits his running back, Pirine. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer.
Yeah, I dropped it. Why not? Why not?
Through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
I was too open.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And
I was
when you
too
read
open.
Zone,
Yeah,
you've
that's
got
damn
to
near a
stick
fumble.
it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the
I don't even
zone.
want y'all to. I don't even want y'all to call it a fucking.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the
drop.
pass.
Leo. Smith. 5.
On fourth down, Greer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson.
That's on me.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Redskins go
Playmaker, my
for it,
dude,
but
up.
it doesn't pan out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now.
Switch gears. Check 20.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run.
This dude in the
Sets up a very
$1,000
manageable
league.
second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down, Prescott is going to
Zeke
flip
can't
that out to
stop
the
stiffing
flat.
on
It's
this,
complete.
bro.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the
Oh,
ball
my
because
God.
all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah,
Hey,
in that
Von Miller,
situation,
man, if
dropping
you
it would have been
wanna show
better.
up right
End up
now,
losing
I'd be
yardage,
hella
even though
grateful.
they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that?
Niggas ain't seen you
Although
today.
They won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
57, we own it. Swerve to A. Mike 57. Run.
Now Prescott. Oh,
Von
Prescott
Miller.
stripped.
Von Miller.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
With no running backs in the
you
backfield to
shall
help pass
receive.
protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be
Oh, my
prepared to
God,
break
it was
routes
special.
off early and get the football.
Special.
In this
Special.
case,
So special.
never even had a chance.
Ooh.
They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Ooh.
Here's Greer. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He
Will
was looking
Greer,
for
but that was the
Paul
game you
Richardson
just
there.
overthrew.
And that'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this.
That was the game you just blew.
How did
That's
he
the
miss
game you
it?
just blew, bro.
Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit.
Yeah.
And somehow, incomplete.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
That's what I
And
keep
now
telling y'all,
defensively,
bro.
they're
I
gonna
can't
burn their
help it.
first timeout.
I done lost so many
Remember, they
games
get an extra
getting picked
time built
underneath.
in coming up here
I'm
shortly at the
scared.
2-minute
Like,
warning.
I know I didn't need to, but
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, here's Greer. His throw caught right around the 6. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. We don't want this.
Here we go on 4th. Greer. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it.
well, we
And
blew this
that will
game.
force
I
a
can't even be
turnover
mad
on
if I lose this one.
downs.
Watch the call.
Nah.
He's coming. Double up.
Yeah.
He's coming. Double up. Hey, kill. Motion.
Right.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way.
I
Would have
did
been
too.
a great play.
I
if
gotta
he'd been
remember
able
to
hold
click
that one
on.
in.
I be scrolling. You be, you know what I'm saying, when you doing the moving. It's like, damn, I needed to click on.
Prescott on 2nd and 10.
Oh, I'm dead.
That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And all the
Hey,
way
he got
down to the
me. He got
35.
me. He paid attention to me fucking up.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Prescott to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Like that.
Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on.
Hey,
is he a little bit dinged
don't
up
it
here,
though?
or is he just off just by a bit?
Ain't no pressure
Maybe he can
kick.
get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
This ain't no pressure kick.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie this game
Wish
here
I'd
in
have
the
known
final
that.
minute of play. So we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play,
Wish you would have told me before I blew that timeout.
Locked up, right? And this next drive's going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Yep.
Hey.
Hey, exit.
Now it's Greer. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Greer now to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Greer. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And the defense loses it. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Greer.
Oh, shit.
And that will be incomplete.
I tried to practice, too.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected.
My bad. That's the last pass.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game.
That's the last pass.
Now Thompson.
That's the last
down
pass.
right around the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
I should have did it, but it don't go away.
Rest on the right foot of their kicker.
So like it did,
2
yeah.
seconds
So
on the
like
clock,
if I spike it,
win.
that shit's still out here.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll be all smiles in Georgetown tonight as the Redskins have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Washington, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home.
That was a good game, though.